here to cut all the doors. He's looking at me like, you crazy? Yeah. There's only, what, 300 doors in this building?
Yeah.
And there's 20 in this hall alone, I think.
Yeah, that's not cheap. That's right, cheap.
Nope, that ain't gonna work either.
There you go.
I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can see. Yeah, if you wouldn't.
You can?
Yeah, no, I try not to breathe whenever I collect swabs. No, I've had to get swabs from out of the jail. Oh my God, those guys, yeah, their breath smells like ass. But, yeah, what I'm gonna have you do next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close this envelope up and put a piece of tape across it, and then I initial, and then I put an X. What I'm gonna have you do is I'll give you the Sharpie, have you initial, just put your initials just half on, half off of the tape, just as I done. Yay! I cut the edge of the envelope so that way they don't get a nasty gram.
Like the one you sent me?
Not me. The evidence says that. Should have brought crayons, it'd probably work better. Alright.
Just right on the 1X?
By half on, half off the tape. It's just initials. It doesn't need to be. And on the top one. Left-handed, sorry. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you.
How was your day?
Not good.
Did you go to school?
No, school starts at 6, but...
Did you go to work today?
I went just to tell the executives, the vice president, what happened. Because if I would have called my direct supervisor, they would have just started the rumor mill, and people from the Neighborhood Watch emailed me like links from the Sentinel and Wesh that said that, you know, someone was murdered and the suspect was in custody, and I just said, you know what, I don't want them to think that I'm still in jail, so I'll go there and, you know, tell them. And then I went to the doctor and my psychologist, and I think the psychologist was when it hit me the hardest. But what are you going to do? Have you ever had to shoot anybody?
No.
Good for you. You're probably stern enough to get the point.
Sorry?
You're probably stern enough for it to get the point. You got that.
Hmm.
Authoritative, commanding
They
presence.
can see that I'm all geared up,
I think even without it,
So,
I wouldn't question your authority. My wife's a mess.
You any kids?
No, thank goodness, not yet.
Well, she said she was at home and she wondered why you hadn't returned, or?
No, the first guy that got there, I thought he was a police officer. And I asked the police officer if I could call my wife, and he said no. So I asked him to call and tell her. So she knew within 5 minutes. The eyewitness was kind enough to call, and she called my buddy Mark that was there, and he drove over.
Did they do a MRI or anything on you?
No, she asked me if I wanted an MRI or a CT scan, and she asked why they didn't do one, and I said they just brought me, they said that they were going to bring me here first, and, you know, they washed my head off, and they felt my nose, and then they said they were going to bring me here first and then take me to CFR, and I didn't, the acronyms, I didn't get them at that time, but my doctor said if they didn't do it then, that I should just be cautious if I start vomiting or get nauseous or any loss of vision or blurriness. But other than that, there was, if they cleared me at the site, then it was up to me if I wanted to pay for it. And those things add up quickly. So.
You have insurance?
Yeah, I do, but it's like
Still has them.
it's like the bargain basement one.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, a $5,000 copay before they pay anything out,
Okay.
and then they pay like 50% of whatever your bill is. So
I have one that's not as bad as that, but I bought the insurance for my family it's called the Blue Cross Blue Shield, the surgical and hospitalization plan, which means they only pay for surgeries and hospitalization, which is fine, it's fantastic if you get hurt. But I only pay $150 a month for my entire family of 5.
oh wow, that is good.
And just to give you an example, my daughter had broken her arm, and she was in the hospital about 3 days. And she had surgery, and because she had slipped on the trampoline, and instead of her elbow bending this way, it popped and bent this way, and it busted some bones in her arm. And she had to get pins and stuff. And I think I was only out of pocket about $2,500. And it was like a $30,000 expense, like with all the bills that kept coming and coming and coming. So I felt like I have really good insurance. It's just if I have to go to a doctor, I got to pay for it. But it's no big deal because, you know, I'm paying $150 a month where my fellow workers here who get it through the city are paying for a family, you know, upwards of $500 or $600 a month. So I'm saving, you know what I mean? I'm saving $450 a month. So if I got to go to the doctors once or twice, a couple times a year, and pay a couple $100, I'm still way ahead.
I thought municipalities had good health insurance. Wow.
It's expensive. So.
My father's.
That's what I have. And then I do the benefits card where you can
Oh,
put money
yeah, health savings
in a
account.
health savings account, and I do that and use that to pay for the visits.
That's a good idea. Tax free.
I pay for my daughter's braces. And
That's what my mom did for me. My dad's retired Army. I'll never forget. They have, you know, really good insurance. And when I was a kid, they have a form at the pharmacy that you can fill out for like not prescription medicine, like Benadryl or hydrocortisone, bandages, stuff like that. And I was a young kid, and I took the form, and I just started checking stuff off, and I was like, yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that, and I turned it in, and they gave me a bag full of stuff, and I went, and I was all excited to my dad. And I said, Dad, look, all this stuff was free. I'll never forget. He said, none of this is free, George. I paid for this with my service. Man, I felt like garbage.
Someone's paying for it somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's good that he taught you that, you know, because a lot of people just think if someone else is paying for it, they don't care. It's free to them.
You
You know?
Go and take it all back.
And that's why you'll have like people who have free Medicaid and stuff. They'll go to the emergency room because their kid's coughing too much, you know, instead of going, okay, this isn't really the appropriate place, but they don't care. The doctor will see them, and the state will pay $1,000 or whatever it costs for the visit, and
We'll pay.
they don't care.
He thinks I don't listen, but I do. You must have had a long day too.
Yeah, I got back. I got out of here at 1. Got back here at got up at 7. Back at bed at 1:30. And then I got up at 7.
Did you sleep okay?
I sleep fine. If I were you, I wouldn't have, But you have to learn when you do this just to not let things get to you. I mean, to me, it's just, it sounds kind of cold to say it, but it's just, this stuff like this happens, and we see it a lot, and if you let it get to you, you wouldn't be able to work here, So it's just like, I don't know, you just learn to separate yourself from it,
Do you talk about it at home?
No, not unless someone asks.
That's what I've heard.
Go home and watch TV with my kids, play with my kids, but I don't ever talk about work unless they ask a particular question, and I'll tell them. But if they say, how was your day at work? I'll be like, it was all right. That's the end of it, unless they want particulars.
How does it work? Like, you get called in as